All right, Thanksgiving is less than a week away, and if you're wondering what to watch with your family as the turkey coma sets in, we've got some ideas for you. We've got a show about a drug cartel set in Mexico, a drama based on a best-selling Italian novel, and a series about a real-life prison break. So, first up, let's introduce Krutika Mollikarjuna. She's here to talk about this. Your name's not even in there, so I gotta do all the heavy lifting around here. Good to see you.
Lovely to see you.
So, all right, the first up is Narcos, which is returning for its 4th season. And I was skeptical, after they killed the main character, but I've been watching it ever since. It's really good. So what can we expect? Let's play a little of what the 4th season looks like, and we'll talk about it.
Nació una oportunidad para nuestras organizaciones. Tengo un plan. Estamos buscando una sociedad. Yo aquí ando construyendo un imperio.
Agent Camarena, welcome to Guadalajara. Thank you, sir. We've seen the desert. Time to meet the snakes.
Who's that guy? Miguel Felix Gallardo.
The Rockefeller of marijuana.
So it looks like this is like a reboot of the show?
It is.
How do you reboot Narcos?
Right. So, it's been going on for 3 seasons, and we've been with the Pablo Escobar story and the Colombian cartels. And the showrunner was basically like, I felt like I told the story, but Netflix didn't want to let the show go because it's such a popular thriller crime drama. It's like pulpy and juicy and fun. So they thought about it and they were like, what if we flip it into an anthology series? So now the season
like American Horror Story or
in the vein of, right. So now it's a new country with a new cast and they're moving to Mexico, hence Narcos Mexico's. And we got Diego Luna playing the cartel boss, El Padrillo, which is the Godfather.
And I mean, you've got Michael Pena, who I will watch him in anything.
Oh, 100%.
He's like I think one of Hollywood's great, underrated. He may not be underrated because he's in a lot of stuff, but he's really great.
But he's definitely a working actor. You probably know him as the funny guy from Ant-Man, the person who stole all the scenes from Paul Rudd.
That was great.
You know what I mean?
Right. But also, he's even when he does cameos, in Vacation at the end when that standoff with all the cops. It's one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen. So he's very good.
He's excellent, and I gotta say, he plays a very serious, earnest DEA agent in this. So it's a bit of a turn for him if you're used to seeing him in that sort of funny man cameo position, but it's wonderful to watch him work.
All right, so let's talk about Escape at Dannemora. So we all covered that as reporters here at CBS News and across other news organizations, that Escape from Dannemora. It's a real-life story that happened in 2015. Let's play a clip of that.
So you're a 51-year-old woman who's been with the same man for 20 years, 21 years? So we can have an adult conversation.
Okay.
Did you have sex with these 2 inmates?
No.
I just figured you're friends with my friend, and that makes us friends.
What's going on with you and Tilly?
Maybe we can arrange a get-together soon.
I'm down there every night. I'm cutting the pipe. I'm doing the work.
I mean, we've talked about this, Krutika. We're living in the golden age of TV, man. I mean, you see these incredible actors, Academy Award winners, doing quality work on television. And I can't wait to watch this because this looks so amazing. But the question is, how does it compare to the actual events that we covered in real life?
Whew, I mean, Liz, that was before my time in journalism, so I, experienced that. Well, I experienced that. Well, it's outside my beat too.
That's right. That's
true. I experienced that very much as a viewer. I wasn't on that beat. I was doing more of the content stuff.
Yeah, right.
So now looking at the show compared to what I was reading at the time, the show is just one of those situations where I'm like, wow. Truth is really stranger than fiction.
Really.
Patricia Arquette steals the show hands down from Benicio del Toro and Paul Dano, who are all great, but the sort of depth and complexity she gives to this person that we saw as sort of a flat character, someone who got taken advantage of, essentially. It's really fascinating.
That's what we thought.
Yes.
In when we were covering this story, but this is going to upend are the conventional wisdom.
Yeah. You see how in charge of her own story she was, and it's in her own weird way.
And between Del Toro and Paul Dano, like, did you get a sense of who's leading who's sort of like, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see these two actors play off each other.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to give away too much, but in the pilot, it's definitely Benicio del Toro's show. But as the series moves on, that sort of back and forth, push and pull, like, it's brilliantly, beautifully played. You're on the edge of your seat.
All right, last but not least is My Brilliant Friend, which premieres on HBO. Here's a preview.
Elena, scina aiutano poco, ma vengo. Crei non te ne importa. Che fai tu o faccio io.
I mean, first of all, you know, we've talked about this. I'm like that annoying friend who like wants to watch Satyajit Ray movies and sit around discussing while we eat cheese and drink wine, right? So I love it. I love foreign films and I love foreign TV shows. What's this one all about?
Well, so this one is a very intimate, complex look at the way a close friendship can change and evolve as like these two little girls grow up in Italy and like begin to see the world for what it sort of really is. It's really interesting because this book was also surrounded sort of in scandal when it came out, not because of the actual content of the book, but because the author uses a pen name. And she was like doxxed in this huge New York Magazine profile. And so there's a lot of interest in this show in the behind the scenes aspect of it too. It's like now that people know who she is, it's like how much of this is coming from her, how much of this is actually her life. Like now we get an even more intimate look at all of these things that we think we're assuming. And I expect the internet to be sort of buzzing about this.
Yeah, I remember like every woman in America, including my girlfriend, like reading her books, right?
Yes,
it was a big, she was kind of like a rising star in the literary world.
Yeah.
And then that all happened. And so.
It's interesting though. I think this is the first time I've seen an internet doxing where somebody has gone on to have success for the same project.
Right.
And it helps that she's not getting doxed for anything like super negative.
Yeah, that's
People
cool.
just really wanted to know who she was.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, Krutika, I have something for you now.
Excellent.
Really?
This is all
as long as
North Korean
it's not
art.
the same.
Oh, North Korean.
Weren't you effectively lining the pockets of the North Korean regime?
No.
All North Korean art is produced by a government arm called Mansudae, now being scrutinized as an important financial pipeline.
没有理由的，而且这个是我的私有财产，而且这个是艺术品。
That sanctions have never worked.
So, Krutika, you can watch North Korea, The Art of Surviving Sanctions. That is Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern on CBSN and, of course, anytime on CBSNews.com.